Previously on the other dungeon, the party did some shopping, then mostly killed their time in the tavern before returning to the Explorers Club and acquiring official passes. Then traveled to the Dullivan to purchase the Camel Bessie's freedom and went to the mountains so a few of them could obtain pocket monster orbs, but encountered some resistance from a dwarf and his yeti. And now, the other dungeon continues.
Can I see the Yeti?
Not with that perception roll, no. He, darted off somewhere, and he's white. He, blended back. He climbs very fast. He came from above, he came from very high above very quickly, and almost ascended just as quickly back up. I mean, the mountain goat might be able to keep up, but you probably couldn't.
Your eyes peeled. I guess let's move forward. Around here.
Yeah.
Can I, as I'm, saying this, kick some snow around just in case something's under the snow?
You may. Roll me a perception check when you kick the snow around.
I got an 11.
You don't see anything out of the ordinary kick the snow around.
So, me and Arog are just out here in the snow, right? And everything just looks the same. And I start to notice that, and I'm like, Arog, come here real quick. And I grab Arog's arms and face him towards me. And I'm like, let's be careful out here in the snow. And I cast Pass Without a Trace, which is one subject per level. So if I'm 3, I could definitely just do me and Arog, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Your cast level would be 2 at least, so that's fine. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Which means that we won't leave any tracks behind us.
So no one can roll a survival check and follow you.
Very cool.
You're not invisible, but you're harder to follow. Can be seen, but
pretty handy. I mean, our footprints.
Oh,
in the snow,
or
yeah.
a scent trail.
Yeah, so animals can't track you and people can't track you.
Just for protection.
Good idea. Good idea.
Yeah, got you.
And you guys want to stealth away from here?
Yes, please.
Yeah, sure. Got an 11.
I got a 6.
Alright, as you guys try to stealth away, leaving no tracks, from behind you, up darting from the snow, classic Undertaker style, sitting up out of the snow, is a dwarf who whips out looks like a quarterstaff or a cane, starts waving in your direction. Meanwhile, back down the ground, Sin and Ergu are hanging out at their camp with the camel.
I'm tucked away.
Have you guys set anything up, or are you just sleeping close to the camel? It's cuddling close to your big lumpy friend?
You said it's cold out here. Is it cold where we are?
It's cold where you are too. It gets colder the higher the mountain you go, but it's snowing here. There's about an inch of snow on the ground.
I'm not affected. Alright, I'll set up a little campfire.
Build a fire. Roll me a survival check to start your fire.
Real rolling one.
Oh man, you are unable to start a fire in the snow. Maybe you just never had this much snow. In the Donks, they don't tend to do long winters. It's not a thing that druids do there. The government has regulated the seasons there differently, and so you never dealt with this much cold and wet before. And it's hard. There's not really a whole lot of wood around. You try breaking some branches off a tree, but it seems to have gone from spring to winter really fast, and so it's not dry enough. So you're having trouble starting a fire. A lot of trouble. You spend several hours trying to start a fire. Meanwhile, back up on the mountain, let's roll for initiative. I rolled a 5, so don't get too excited.
I rolled a
13.
6.
Still all better than 5. So you guys can go before this old man who's just waving a cane around in the air. It's a short dwarf man wearing dark round shades, wearing an all-black outfit. Somehow you guys didn't see under the white snow, but as soon as he pops up, he's got a very nice contrast against the snow now. His skin is pale white, though.
I hold Arog back a little bit and tell him I'm gonna knowledge history real quick. It's just a 6, I'm sorry.
You don't know this guy or anything about him.
I don't know nothing. I'm like, never mind, I don't know shit. And then I look at Arog.
He looks pale. You don't know if he's
Who are
frozen
you?
or sick or what. He's definitely dwarven in nature. He looks really pale, so you don't know if he's just old or something's wrong with him or what, but his skin's white. His hair is dark. He's got a dark beard, but his skin is white and pale. Almost translucent.
Go ahead, high initiative 13.
Whoa, who goes there?
Diplomacy.
Who that?
Pop out snow. I'm a big orc, though. I have not hidden my face. I should have been John Everyman. That is an 11.
Zozo Tunnelsmith, who the hell are you?
My name's Arog. I'm on the way up to the dwarves on the top of the mountain.
Up? You can't go up.
I mean, we've been going up and are going up.
Stop going up.
Why?
You can't go up.
That doesn't make sense, man. We have been going up our day.
Well, stop it.
Why?
You're not allowed to go. No one goes up. Off limits. Turn around and just go back wherever you came from. Off limits. He's sort of waving his cane around blindly, right in front of you, inches away from your face.
I got this one. I reach into my bag and pull out the shiniest gem I have left, which is one of 3. So, we out here. So I show it dwarf, and I'm like, do you want to be shiny? Right? And in a kind of dwarven accent, because I know dwarves love gems.
So you do like the dwarven version of Spanglish.
I'm like, yeah.
English.
And I like shine the gem at him. I'm like, why shouldn't we go to the top of the mountain? I'll trans.
Diplomacy.
15.
For a moment, he stops waving his cane or staff so quickly and slows it down to the point where you can see it is more of a cane. He sort of like pokes it towards you, like almost directly at you, like in the ribs, but gently. Not like he could have reached you the whole time, but didn't. Now he's like poking you in the ribs, and he holds out a hand as if to inspect. You can see now with the dark shades, maybe he can't see so well, so he wants you to hand the gem to him.
I totes do.
He fondles it, he smells it, he bites it, he even puts it in his mouth for a minute and spits it back out. Ugh. Ruby? Is that a ruby? He smells
like,
it again. Worth like 50 gold tops.
You want it in exchange for information? Creepy old dwarf man.
For 50 gold with information? Sure.
Awesome. Why shouldn't we go to the top of this mountain?
I don't know. It's off limits. They told me to stand here and say, off limits.
Who told you to stand here?
Citadel Forge Workers Union. Off limits.
Ah, shit. Union, you say?
Yep.
What's that? We heard there were awesome creatures at the top of this mountain and like cool people.
People? No. Nothing out there to see.
I like look at
I
Arog.
feel like there's definitely something up there to see.
Yeah.
There used to be a dwarven toy factory up there, but they had some complaints. They had to shut the whole place down. That's why no one could go up there. It's
Oh, yeah, that's
condemned.
what
It's
we
under
talked about.
investigation. No visitors.
Ah,
Yeah, we definitely won't go there.
yeah, no way.
Don't go. Whatever you do, don't go to there. I can't see so good, but don't go up. My Yeti's around here somewhere, and don't make me whistle for him. He starts to whistle for his pet Yeti.
What?
Duncan! And he whistles.
Yeah,
One of those
I
two-finger really loud
Stealth
whistles.
out. I stealth out.
I try to just like.
You guys
so we
tiptoe.
can-
Roll me a stealth and tiptoe away from Duncan and this old weird
I got
dwarf
18.
man.
Finally.
I got a 3.
I only rolled a 5 perception, so
I have a 5.
okay. Roll a reflex save, or I'm going to try to catch you with the crook of my cane.
Ooh, I'm like,
Natural 20. So he like swings the crook of the cane, and it's one of those things like it's like a slow motion scene, close up of the cane and like your belt loop. Like just narrowly misses it by like centimeters, and you get away. He's just blind enough. And then after you walk away, he's like swinging wildly, calling out for his Yeti, telling you to just get down from here. You guys go down or up?
Going up.
You just want to climb, or you trying to ride this goat, or what's happening here?
let's go.
You trying to ride this guy? Let's go ride.
Let's go.
And the goat's the same size as you, so like I said, it's got to roll a strength check to carry you, but otherwise it can do it. If not, you have to climb separately.
Strength check. Yeah, you want to ride?
Yeah.
Strength check beat 20.
Oh yeah, I got 10. Oh, I got 11.
Ooh, you get on Goat Kefo's back, but then Goat Kefo like slumps down a lot and like is walking. You're like you could walk faster on foot. So maybe climbing separately would be smarter.
Alright.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Goat Kefo, you can roll a climb too, but because you're a goat, I'll let you roll with advantage. So roll
Does that mean I
two,
get to roll more than one?
you roll 2 times, take the better one.
Thank goodness.
Eric only gets to roll 1 time.
Okay, cool.
Use my rope. Tie off like a loop on it and like hurl it up as kind of like a
Nice.
sort of a climbing rope.
You can do that with a dexterity check trying to catch onto a rock, or you can just give that to
Oh.
Goat Kefo, and let Goat Kefo take it up, and then take it up. If you're 50
Yes.
foot, if your rope is 50 feet, Goat Kefo can go 50 feet up in goat climb, and then drop the rope down and like tie it to something with a goat mouth, or turn into a person again. You could do this twice a day, so
Go, Kefo.
however you want to try to do this, let me know.
Yeah, you
I'm
got
gonna go up.
Or tie it to you, and then like just you can try another string, just like drag him up by your neck, but he might yank you off, then that would suck. So.
No. I'm just gonna go climb with the rope. I'm just gonna go boop, 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 boop. And then I'm gonna turn back into a being with thumbs.
Alright,
and
so
tie
that's
it
one of
for
your times
myself
per day
and
of being a
secure
goat. You tie it off on something, and your rope was 50 feet?
Yes.
You got a 50-foot rope tied off. Roll me a survival check to tie off that knot. Phil Kefo.
it. Survival!
If you do a good job, Eric's got a 50-foot
Natural
rope.
20 plus my survival up
Oh.
plus 6, 26.
Best knot ever. Super knot.
Nice.
Phil Kefo gives you like the 2 big thumbs up. Like, this knot's good. And it only takes a 10 to climb, so if you need to roll with a rope there, you don't even roll. Don't even roll. Unless you just want to show off.
That knot is so good.
What was it?
22.
Oh. So way above 10. So not only do you climb it up, it's like really fast. It's like hand over hand. In mere
Yes.
seconds, you're 50 feet with the rope. You go really quickly.
What mountain?
Yeah. So you're up there now on the next plateau with your friend Phil Kefo, back in human form, gained a little distance, but the mountain is large. It's stretched out in front of you.
Well, let's keep going to the top.
All right.
Let's keep going to the top.
You want to roll me another climb check and let that go for let that be an automatic climb for a while, or you can take a 20, kind of your call.
Doing that system with 20 automatic 20s probably worked out pretty well.
It'll be a little slower, but you'll get fucked with less. You guys take a 20. We'll say with a take a 20, that'll be perception checks, everything. You guys will try to avoid obstacles, try to avoid enemies, and go real slow. Meanwhile, back at the base of the mountain, Sin and that slippery void worm, Ergu, are hanging out with Bessie. Still no fire started. Roll a perception check.
22.
You guys are both perceiving very well. There seems to be a small gang of dwarves headed this direction. About 5 of them, dressed in thick fur coats. They seem to be drunk, loud. You spotted them. They probably haven't spotted you yet because you guys are in the dark. You haven't been able to start your fire. But they're carrying torches, so you saw them. They're definitely coming this way.
So I sense them coming, right?
You can't see them physically. You can't see colors or shapes, but you know something humanoid is coming this way, for sure.
Can I cast ghost sound?
Well, what sound would you like to make to try to frighten them?
It's like the screech of a haunting forest animal, like a screech that screeches out to beware.
Now roll me an intimidation check to see how frightening that is.
23.
Alright, so this group of drunks with a torch seems to veer off a little bit. They don't run away in fear. You definitely can tell they heard the sound and they go slightly north of you guys. So they're not going to encounter your camp unless you draw attention to yourselves. They sort of veered away because of your clever maneuver.
Let out that one warning shriek.
You guys continue to try to light your fire?
Yes. And I'll pull my cloak up more so they can't
No trouble.
tell that I'm a raffle too.
And you get some extra leaves out and you blow. You try to scoop the snow away. Like I said, you never built a fire in the snow before, so this is new for you. Snow in the donks is a rare once a year, just on candle nights. It's a very rare occasion for snow, a holiday thing.
That's 25.
Oh, this time though, you're able to spark a flame.
I'll learn.
Fire starts up. Luckily, these guys are facing the other way and don't see your fire start up. You start melting some of the snow around your little tiny fire. You're not drawing attention to yourself because those drunks have wandered away and their fire is much bigger.
Fire.
And your fire is also kind of like Bessie's blocking the light. So as they're walking away from it, Bessie's sort of like giving a shadow.
Oh yeah, I just started tinkering and stuff by the fire.
Meanwhile, up on the mountain,
Goat system.
Erog and Goat Kefu are climbing and tying ropes. You get one more time a day, so you can only do that one more time. That's only get you another 50 feet. So you do that, and then your pace is going to slow back down again to either walking or regular climbing. So you guys, that 100 feet there went pretty quick. No sign of that Yeti that fled or anything else yet as you guys climb the mountain. It's just cold. So roll fortitude saves.
Yeah, keep moving. 14.
I got a 19.
There's a cold rain coming down. It's wet, it's icy. It's giving you the chills. If you had a 19, it's not as bad. Not so cold that it's snowing or hailing, but definitely like a cold, icy rain. As you guys continue onward,
Oh yeah.
you guys are able to peacefully climb up the mountain roads without interruption. Then as you guys round the corner of one of these icy cliffs, roll me a perception check and then initiative.
My perception was 16,
Oh my god, I got a 1.
and my initiative was 21.
Well, it's a 10, but I got a 1. My plus is just 9. Initiative is 5.
So
I'm
Phil
real
Kefo is caught totally off guard, like way off guard. Erog,
I had a 16 perception and a 21 initiative.
way better. Erog will spot the Yeti and be ready to attack. So they'll go Erog, Yeti, Bakefo. Bakefo won't even know what's happening. Bakefo hasn't even spotted the Yeti at this point in time. You can give Bakefo a heads up, but only 6 seconds worth of one, and it won't change anything.
Imagine it's the same Yeti. Can I determine it's the same Yeti?
You can roll knowledge nature,
I'm gonna put my hand on Phil Kefo and kind of
like the hand signal, like the closed fist of like stop.
kneel down. Try to get a little sneaky. I got a 9
Roll
on
me.
that knowledge. 9.
You don't know a whole lot of what's going on. Roll me linguistics, Bakefo.
Oh, snap. 15.
Alright, you're able to read that hand signal. The closed hand means stop, so you don't continue forward. But after Erog's turn, it's time for the Yeti to go. He's going to leap upon Erog again. I got an
Alright,
18 and a 13.
Misses both times.
Yeah, your armor is too good. There's definitely claws hitting your armor. It's like, clang, clang. You see the nails hitting your armor, but it's just not breaking through. He's not smart enough to scratch your face.
I'm gonna shake him. I'm gonna shake him with Iron Fang.
Go for
Throwing
it.
it up on me, he's gonna catch it in the belly.
Got him.
24.
Stab.
25, 56. 6 damage plus my strength. 9.
I'm gonna try to use my wild empathy.
You can try.
Is this Yeti not an animal?
Knowledge nature.
20 not natural.
You'll know this is not, although it's very animal-like, it's a monstrous humanoid, so it's some sort of more intelligent creature than just an animal.
Okay.
Not
Can
much,
I-
maybe, but more.
Can I smell it? Can I perception roll to see if this is the same Yeti as before?
That might, survival roll might do that.
This is 16.
Smells familiar, and I think your perception is good enough to see it's wearing the same placard. It's hard to tell because it's all white.
I have dark vision. Can I read the plaque?
Perception check.
15.
No go up. It's written in Dwarven.
Oh my god. I'm like, this fucking mountain. I mean, do we want to just kill this Yeti?
I thought that was the plan.
Okay. Well, team, I would like to do something, but I'm gonna hit it first.
Yeah.
If I cast a 5-foot diameter sphere, would I fuck up Arog too?
I forget.
Oh hell yeah, man, we're brawling.
Then it definitely would.
I probably could survive a fireball though.
So,
I'll just hit him with my flame blade again.
and it's touched, and we gotta beat a 10.
Flush in. 17.
That's a hit.
Yes. I got another 2 damage on him.
He winces, and he darts away about 40 feet.
Alright, well this Yeti's not fucking letting up, so do we keep dealing with it or we deal with it right now?
I asked Arog this question. I can
while she's doing
highlight.
this, carrying my bow.
I can, if we meet the Yeti again, I could do this thing where it basically like outlines the Yeti with like this light, so we'll see it all the time. Do you want me to do that instead of attacking it, in case it gets away again? You know what I mean? Because it's like if I do it and we finally
in the
kill
snow.
it, then
It's got very good
but
snow
if
stealth.
it gets away, we can see it.
I'm fine with just killing this Yeti.
Okay, I won't waste it on that then.
Okay.
That's what I was contemplating because I
Alright.
have this thing. It's like this like fairy fire or some shit, but it basically like creates this outline of
yeah.
whatever creature you
Creates
get.
sparkles around it so you can see where it is.
So we can also
Makes
like
it a
run up
target.
on it that way too. But like,
You can also just
You
save,
know.
like, bank that for if it starts getting away, like, pop it on there, that way you can spot it if it starts to flee.
See what you're trying to do. And
you know what I mean?
Arog respects Fokefo.
Have
talking
us
about-
be able to locate the Yeti at
If it
all
gets
times
away.
in this snow.
Oh, okay. If it gets away.
Like I can't kill it. You're gonna have to kill it. I'm dealing like 2 damage a time. You're gonna have to kill it. But
Alright,
I can
well,
do side.
it's your
side
turn.
hoe shit. Like,
So.
In that case, I will fire my arrow at the Yeti.
yes.
Alright, it's only 40 feet away, so you can fire an arrow at this range.
20 not natural.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that's a hit.
That is 8 damage.
Nice. That's the kind of arrow damage you want, really. You must have hit like a vital organ. Nice solid 8 damage. Back to the Yeti, who is going to continue to flee. I rolled a natural 1 for my stealth, so you guys can still see it as it tries to flee. It's about 80 feet away now. Well, now he's bleeding because of that arrow, so now you can see the red. It's not just white, there's like a red mark. So he tried to dive in the snow, but it just didn't work.
Should I do it?
Do it.
Alright, I'm gonna cast this fairy fire.
That outlines him with a glowing haze of bluish light and like sparkles. So he stands out even more, makes him even easier to hit. You're not going to lose him now.
I look at Arog and I'm like, there he is.
And he's obviously already bleeding from that last shot. Definitely hit a vital organ. The amount of blood coming out of him, it's like you see, you try to dive in the snow and it's like red. So you definitely hit a vital organ.
I'm gonna fire another shot as he's trying to get away. I'm gonna try to take him down. 22.
That's a hit.
4 damage.
Alright, he started moving slower in the snow. Like, he's definitely weakened. He's trying to crawl away. He knows you spotted him. He's got fairy fire around him. He's like leaving a trail in the snow, like dragging his body, like a crevice in the snow where he's been, and like blood drops. He's not moving very fast anymore.
Produce flame. Which is 1d6 damage per level, plus 1 per level. Touch or thrown. So I think I'm gonna dunk on his ass.
The melee touch attack. So
Okay,
yeah,
with the
yeah.
melee touch attack. Yeah.
You only gotta beat a 10 with his
That's
magic. Drink it.
16.
That's enough to beat his touch AC.
I dunk on his ass. Cube, yes, 6 plus 3 is 9. Dun, 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 dun. That's the highest damage I've done in a long ass time. I got 9 damage on that sucker.
That sucker is unconscious with that fireball. Near dead, you're pretty sure. You singed a lot of its white fur. You can now see it's like hairy, naked, humanoid body, just like the fleshy part underneath the hair. Now that you burn away most of the hair.
Burn up.
It's lying there, scorched in the snow, unconscious, about to die.
My bad, Arrow.
It's wearing a placard that says, no go up in Dwarven, and as it's dying, it speaks 3 words in Aklo. If either one of you speak Aklo, if not, you have to roll linguistics.
I'm not there because I do.
Damn, is it real? That's
Yeah. Cracklo.
crazy. I rolled a 16.
I rolled a 7.
Arog doesn't know what he's saying, but just by the fact that it was 3 words and on his placard it says no go up, you assume he's just repeating no go up in whatever the Yeti language is. And if you want to loot his body, you can have a placard or some Yeti fur, but there's not much else to take unless you
Yeah.
want to take his organs or meat or whatever. But they're pretty human-y.
We skin him.
Not the tastiest, but you can take whatever you like.
We skin his whole body.
He dead now.
Good.
You guys take all this stuff. Alright, so meanwhile, at the bottom of the mountain, where Sin and Ergu and Bessie are hiding out and waiting for their allies to return. Gotten quiet since you scared those groups of hooligans away. Let's see, roll a perception check.
11.
Yeah, you guys don't hear much. There's it sounds like maybe a thunderstorm in the distance, but not much else going on.
Ah.
It's dark. You
nice.
guys are kind of trying not to draw any attention to yourselves. It's dark. It's cold. Yep, it's nighttime now.
I gather some thick branches and I go through the many packs that I have on Bessie.
I shelter myself in Sen's backpack.
I just get a shit ton of thick branches and I make like a little tiny hut the best I can.
Yeah, just like lean some sticks over you and Bessie. You don't need much. You're a pretty simple creature. It's something
Yeah.
to cover your head. So you grab a bunch of
Yeah.
sticks and lean them across Bessie and try to hide under them. A very basic survival check, you could do that. If you're doing something simple, you can just take a 10. If you want to make it look nice, roll for it.
20, not natural.
Oh, yeah. You've done this before, actually.
Too.
So even though it's made of sticks, it looks really nice. It actually would keep any rain out if a storm does come. You cross the sticks very well. As long as Bessie doesn't move, you're fine.
In that
Yeah.
case, I'm just gonna hunt for some food.
Maybe we should make our way up the mountain on our own pace.
What if they come down a different direction though?
Yeah,
And then-
because you guys would have to, because of Bessie, you guys would have to take the road. Like, they can climb, you guys would have to take the road. It would take much longer. And it might take you riding around the mountain.
Why are we going up the mountain?
Pokeballs.
They want Pokeballs.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna help you protect Bessie. All right,
Cool.
my rat brethren.
Right now, you seem to be safe from everything except possibly a distant storm.
The knights.
We're gonna go hunt for, or actually, I'm just gonna look
Whip me out when you need protection, bro.
for nuts and berries.
You can roll a survival check to forage while you, before you go to bed that night.
21.
Good enough survival to find what you need to get some snacks for yourself and something you could smush around for Ergu to roll around into for nutrients.
Those are all you, my dude. I don't need to eat.
You need to absorb nutrients into your skin, but you
I
can
just
do that
roll
through the
around in
air.
dirt for that.
Yeah, you get nutrients from everything, so you're fine. Everything you
Alright.
touch. Meanwhile, up the mountain,
Climbing it.
cleaning some Yeti blood off your blade, climbing some more. You guys want to roll climb checks to see how fast you're going?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, looking good.
I got a 25.
I got a 22.
Boom.
Yeah, you both are climbing great, making good time.
Climbing.
Able to go straight up the mountain instead of using those winding roads. I mean, like I said, this mountain, there's something almost unreal about it. Like, it seems pretty easy to climb. There seems to be pretty adequate footholds for you guys to come up as long as you seem to be good climbers, and you are. So you're not having any problem. And they're like dwarven spaced footholds and stuff too, so they're really close together for you guys. So it makes it just very, very easy to climb.
Becky Capo looks over at Arog and is just like, man, this is one fake ass mountain.
It's the way sometimes men make lakes. Dwarves sometimes make mountains. So like a man-made beach or a man-made lake. This is a dwarven-made mountain. There wasn't a mountain here and they wanted
touch
one,
that
so.
fake ass rock if that's okay with everybody.
It's real-ass
Like,
rock. It's
I'm
just
gonna-
rock made into the shape of a mountain. It wasn't originally in this shape.
I'm gonna roll a knowledge geography on that rock.
Yeah, of course. See where it comes from?
16.
It seems as if that stone was mined from underground and brought above ground and turned into a mountain. Like they took stone from the earth, brought it above ground, reshaped it, and formed it into a mountain.
Yo, when was the last time you pulled a memory?
Oh, I can do that too. I suck my teeth. I look at Arog and I'm just like, man, this rock from underneath, bullshit ain't even an outside rock, it's an inside rock.
Check underneath it. Maybe somebody hid their keys there.
I check underneath it and maybe spark a flashback?
Yeah, you can roll history if you don't remember anything about those rocks.
17.
I mean, you do remember your time underground. It is similar to the rocks from underground. So I guess whenever they were digging out the caves, this is the rock from the caves they used to live in. went somewhere. So those quarries apparently were fished out, and that rock was brought here to make these mountains.
Just pause for a moment, look at the rock, and I look at Arog, and I'm just... No, I don't look at Arog. I'm looking away from Arog. I like say to Arog, but not like looking at him, looking off the mountain. And I'm just like, hey man, you know that feeling of nostalgia that you get when you feel like you're close to home, but like the kind where your stomach knots and you feel like you gotta take a shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting that right now. And then I can start walking again.
Alright.
You guys keep moving. Roll a perception check as you climb upward.
Nat 20!
Oh, well, that's good for you. I was yang. Mine was right on point with a 4.
Oh.
Yeah!
Well, Arog's climbing, not noticing the Bekefo, a dwarf, a mountain climber by nature and great at perception. But this is a sound you're very familiar with. You are accustomed to landslides, avalanches, cave-ins. That's the sound you hear. It still sounds far away, like the rumbling of thunder, but on the mountain above you, you hear the sound of a forthcoming avalanche. The show's shuffling loose, rocks shuffling loose above you.
I put my hand over my intestines, and I go, that's not my stomach, it's an avalanche! And I quickly alert Arog and look around for a place to hide, like a cave to hide in, with a 13.
I look as well.
You may.
Yes.
You may.
I got a 13 too.
You guys see no place to hide. You're still climbing, so you're sort of like hanging up the side of the mountain, and while it is very easy to climb, lots of footholds, there's no place for you to hide. Had you been on the road, possibly, but the way you guys are climbing the mountain, there is no place to duck into. You're just about to get swept off the side of the mountain.
I looked for a really big tree.
How
The
far?
17.
How far are we? And how far? Like, where are we spatially?
Yeah, there aren't any trees on this mountain. Like I said, because it's an artificial mountain, not a whole lot has grown on it yet. There is some small brush, but no trees on it. Location-wise, you guys are several hundred feet up this mountain. You guys have been climbing for a while, so you're pretty far up. Being knocked down with this landslide could be detrimental to your health. So you're going to hear it growing closer, but you have time to try to run away from it or climb away from it. So you guys can you can try to make it to the road, or try to climb up and make it to a road, or just try to go down and make it to a road, or something else.
Let all roads lead to the road.
If you want to try to duck away from this thing, yeah.
Up or down?
Up forever.
Alright, up! We're going up!
Roll a climb check to try to hurriedly climb before you get hit by this avalanche.
11.
It's not bad, you're just climbing slow. It means you're just not climbing great. It's snowy up
But
here.
towards the road, right? We're going towards the road, right?
I mean, there's some road above you can climb towards. Plateau. At least if nothing else, you'll just get buried by snow and not knocked off the side of the mountain.
I got 12.
You're doing about the same. So neither one of you are climbing great right now, maybe because of the rumbling, because it's a little more shifty, maybe because you're afraid of what's coming, but you're climbing a little slower now on the way up to that plateau.
I'm gonna dig deep in my heart and pull out some Orcish inspiration and just try my hardest to climb again.
I see Arog's effort, and I'm moved by it, and I also try to climb harder. Shit.
I got
6.
22.
Nice.
Yeah, Arog speeds up, but you do not.
Okay, that's
Unfortunately.
okay. That's okay.
He gets a little ahead.
That's okay.
He looks back and sees you down like 20, 30 feet below as he keeps climbing up. Arog, you're probably about to pull over onto the ledge now. If you want to pull yourself up onto the ledge, you can with a strength check.
Yeah, strength check for sure. 12.
Like an elbow up on the ledge. But you're at the plateau now, and you can look up and see rock and snow coming down. It's going to hit soon.
I go, man. I'm just trying.
I have a
Go
timer
faster.
going.
I'm gonna use a hero point to reroll. That's a 14. I'm gonna pull the rope out of my backpack and toss one in down to Bekefo.
All right, that'll.
I'm trying to grab it.
And then you can, with a reflex save, you can grab the rope, and then with a passive 10, you can climb. So without rolling anything, you can climb.
I got a 16 on my reflex save.
I believe that's probably enough to catch a rope that Arog's trying to let down to you.
Hell
pretty easy.
yeah.
So you can
Oh.
eat, like I said, with a
Grab
passive
that
10, and he's pulling up, so you're able to each get up on this ledge and roll over as the avalanche comes barreling down. You have a couple more seconds, looks like, till the avalanche comes barreling down onto you. Anything
I'm
you
gonna
want to do?
like try to find an inlet, like get closer to the mountain.
Okay, you guys want to roll as close to the side of the mountain as you can?
Get in there, tuck ourselves in.
I'm going to position myself over Arog, like a lean-to.
Mm-hmm.
A
Okay.
lean-to over.
You're gonna stick your
You
butt
leaning
out?
over him, or is he leaning over you?
Yeah, no, I changed. I'm gonna like crouch to lean-to over him, so I'm like a little turtle shell around him, right?
It's totally fine. As debris,
Can,
snow, and rock comes tumbling down the mountain onto you guys, you can roll reflex saves to half the damage if you like.
can I roll a spell?
You can do a spell really quick too. You had time to do a spell if you want to do a spell before this happens.
I'm gonna use my meld into stone, which turns me and my possessions into stone. This is my one, bro. I saved Arok.
Yeah, you like fucking went unbreakable around him. This is a My Hero Academia reference. Sorry.
That's neat.
I'm trying to be like a little lean-to rock so Arok.
You made a roof. You made a roof for Arog out of your body.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So what's going to happen is you're going to be able to absorb all this damage, absorb 5d6, and it will give the rest to Arog instead.
Ooh.
So you can absorb all of it, or take 5d6 and give the rest to Arog. Which would you prefer?
With me holding my shield up help at all? She got her cell off. Can I use my shield to help try to...
I mean, your reflex save would be the only thing that could have halved it. That would be you holding your shield
covered
up.
my head.
Yeah. So if you
Okay,
rolled a
gotcha.
reflex save that was high enough, that would be what that is. And that would be
Oh,
halving this
gotcha.
damage. You can either take all of it, or you can take 5d6, and he can take 3d6. So it's going to be 8d6 damage.
Arog, I'm not that big of a rock.
It's okay.
You're
We'll
up
just
to
try to
date
get
with
through
me, bro.
this.
So yeah, you want to take 5d6 of it. Is that okay? And you can take half if you roll reflex save above 15. Both of
Both
you.
of us?
I'll let you both. Yeah, you can both roll reflex save. If you beat 15, you can take half.
I did it. I got 17.
Yes, I got it. 6.
So you are going to take 22 damage, Bekefo.
I'm knocked out.
Arog, you're only going to take half of 8, so 4 damage.
Yes. All right.
Because of your shield, and because Bekefo stonewalled above you. But you're now covered, you're buried in snow. Your stone wall is cracked because if she's knocked unconscious, this spell will end.
Hold on.
So it'll turn back into Bekefo meat body.
Your girl got a hero point, and I feel like this is a very heroic moment.
Super.
So I would like to use it to redo my reflex save.
Just roll it again plus 8. As long as you beat 15, you can take half of that damage I gave you. Instead
All
of all
right.
of the damage I gave you.
Come on, Mugu, hero points. Shit.
You only gotta beat 15.
Okay, it's an 18 with my.
Then you got it. So you'll take half of whatever damage I told you earlier instead of that full damage.
Yes.
Because of your hero point. And if that makes you not
22.
unconscious, you can remain
So I
in
get
stone
11.
form.
So I got 7 hit points. Y'all got 7 hit points.
So that means you can remain in stone form. Arog, you still take that little bit of damage from just like debris and stuff falling through. Cracks in the Bekefo wall. But Bekefo, you can still hold that shape for up to 30 minutes now while you're there. But you are covered in snow and other debris.
I'm cracking.
Can you move?
Hit pretty hard.
Can you move it in that form, or are you just stuck?
Not while she's melted stone. She's one shape.
I think I'm just part of the stone.
Yeah, until she's ready to come out of it. Safe spot. It's got air pockets, at least for the time being. But you're surrounded by debris. Meanwhile, at the bottom of the mountain, you guys want to roll a perception check? See if you saw or heard any of that, or if you still think it's just a storm.
I got 24.
Could get worse.
I
I got
said
17. I'm sticking with it.
Yeah,
Oh,
17's
okay.
pretty good. So you'll look up and see something going on. It wasn't a storm, it was a noise on the mountain. And Ergu, your tremor sense is tailing, like something just rumbled. There was a really deep rumble around that you're going to pick up was something just shook, which gets you excited.
I sense it like a primal sense. Turn into a bird, and with my bird flight, I fly up into the sky. I blast out of the book bag. Ah! You hear as I fly up, and I scout with my bird eyes. I got a 26.
Yeah, that's good enough to see that there was a recent avalanche on the mountain in the area where your allies were climbing.
Is it still coming down? Like, are we in danger?
You're not in danger. It doesn't look like it's going to come down that far. And whatever it does, it'll just be like a little bit of snow. Like we get like a little puff of snow at the bottom. Nothing crazy where you guys are. You're far enough away.
How far away are they, like, for me to fly?
You can fly to them pretty easily.
All right, well, I'm just gonna be flapping up there, and I'm just like, avalanche!
All right, you screech that down. And I believe Sin could hear you because you screech pretty loud. But you flap away out of her bag, or Sin's bag.
I just like let Sin know that there was an avalanche and shit. I fly back down. I'm just like, the
I'm gonna communicate with her that perhaps she should check to see if they are alive. Go check to see if they're alive if you can. But be careful.
I'm just like, and I fly away and I go up to see like what's up with them.
Roll a perception check to go looking for them.
27.
Yeah, you can't find them, but you can see where you think they might be buried.
I fly down and I'm all like, did you die?
Let's see if you guys can hear that. Roll a perception check.
I got a 15.
I got a 16.
You guys hear some noise on top of the debris pile that you're on, but you guys are an obvious like lump on the side of this mountain that shouldn't be here. I will say Ergu actually did find the pile where you guys are, but it is covered in rocks and snow. But you can hear through it, so it's not that deep.
I start pecking and I'm like,
Arog, you want to also dig out?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to dig myself out of there.
All right, we're strength
Got a
check
shiny
or
shell in my inventory. I can scoop it.
yeah, use your shell
I'm
shovel.
like, I'm pecking and like squawking so you know which way to dig.
Yes.
So
That's
you should
the
have
trouble
advantage
in
on that.
having
Now, give me a strength check or something to get out of there.
Yeah.
Can I do a spell while they're digging?
You can do a spell while they're digging.
17.
You know, you're digging. You're not out yet, but you are making your way out.
I'm gonna do my produce flame spell, which is a touch or throw, so I'm just touching myself.
You're just doing heat hands?
Is that okay?
Yeah. Well, you can just make
I'm
like
just
your hands
I'm
hot and
a
hold them out.
hot ass rock, and maybe that can melt some of the snow off.
Yeah, that'll help. So it just turns into rocks, which will sort of just roll down the side of you, which help that you guys get free easier. We'll say within a matter of moments, you guys are able to get out of this area. You're now on this side of this plateau in this one melty area surrounded by debris.
Alright, well, once I bust out, I'm just gonna like slither and like sun myself on the Kefo.
Okay, so you hang out, like shoulders.
Yeah, like is she a rock still?
Oh, well, it was only for like 30
Yeah,
minutes.
totally. Guys, I'm not only a rock, I'm a rock inside of a human, inside of a rock.
Yeah,
Oh.
rockception.
Well, if you're still gonna be a rock, it's gonna like.
No, I'm good. I pop out of being a rock.
Okay.
Now you're a
I
lady
like-
man again.
I climb into like I don't know what you're wearing, a fanny pack or some shit. I just like crawl into your backpack.
I'm gonna get a
What do you
beer.
say, Vikefo? You want to keep... Let's press forward. Up. Always
Yeah.
up. Always up.
Always up. I point
Want to
up
take the road
and
this
then...
time?
Yeah, let's totally take the road this time.
Let's take the road for a little bit.
Oh wait, maybe I should go let Sin know everyone's alive.
Yeah, do you say that in bird? Because I squawk back at you. Yeah! And I'm like,
No,
yeah.
I'm a worm now.
Oh, okay, just kidding.
When I was flying up earlier, I had a pretty good perception. Are we in a heavily populated area, or are we like out?
There's no house or anything near this mountain. There's going to be anything except whatever's at the top of this mountain. On the side of this mountain, there's no other side of dwelling besides that one dwarf and his yeti you came across before. No signs of life otherwise, really.
Oh, sick. So can I just use my sense of like retracking my wormly direction to just worm over to Sin so I don't waste any more bird form?
Yeah, you can worm back down there. You know where you left Sin at, and you have senses. Like I said, you can't see, but you have an idea. In your worm form, it's the way you look at things all the time, so you could easily refine Sin.
Yeah, go find Sin. I'm just like I like pop back into a bird form for like a minute or two, and I'm just
Long enough
like,
to talk.
ah, they're good. But I'm gonna go back up and see what they're doing some more.
And you can
And
all
I,
join
like-
them since they're on the road now if you want to just all use the road. But that would just take, like I said, take longer. But you can join them all together and not leave Sin alone. But then you would have to all climb the road.
Alright, well, I stick with Sin. I get back in her backpack, or his backpack.
Yeah, I start gathering my things.
Bring Bessie!
Just in case. If you want, they can wait for you to arrive, and you can take the road. So you'll take the long and winding road up the mountain, through
Yeah.
trudging through the snow.
I imagine
Ooh.
right after something like that, we both just got a little banged up. We'd probably make
You can
camp.
rest.
Make,
Yeah, you guys can
Yeah,
make
let's
camp
take a
there.
goddamn
You guys
nap.
can take an
Yeah.
8-hour rest if you need to while you're waiting for...
I do.
or even more. You can do however much you need, really. You guys can sleep as long as you like, but wait for Sin to arrive. Sin and Bessie will... She's on a camel, luckily. And Bessie will move pretty quickly since she's just happy to see Sin again. It's been without Sin for a while, so we'll say Bessie's going to be well behaved and move quickly up the mountain to rejoin everyone. If for no other reason that it's safer.
Can I gather enough like twigs and shit to make a fire so we sleep cozy?
No, but if you have a torch in your backpack, you can use that. There's not really any twigs or anything up here. There's a little bit of low-lying brush, but it would be only enough to make a very small fire.
Fuck it. Let's light up a torch.
Light it!
You can hang
Oh,
out
do
near
you
your
have
torch.
flint?
Yes, I do.
Let's take a survival roll.
Survival. I got a 7.
Oh, yeah. You're just
I
striking at
resist.
your flint and steel and you can't get it to start. But if anybody else in your group wanted to like to help,
Fire up here. I can try all night.
you could take a 20 if you want. You don't even have to roll in this kind of situation, unless you're just in a hurry.
This is a not natural 20.
Oh yeah, so after a couple strikes, you get it. You're able to start a fire.
Alright. I gather whatever brush I can and just kind of pile it on top
Yeah.
of the torch.
You got a little bitty fire. You guys are hanging out around while you wait for Sin to arrive. Sooner or later, Sin will arrive. You guys can rest up and get back to full HP by the time Sin does arrive.
Thank you.
Our whole group will be rejoined up on this plateau, on this road. A little about halfway up the mountain at this point, a little more than halfway. You know, as long as you keep quiet, you can hopefully avoid another avalanche. Although, roll a perception check.
Oh no.
Shit. 18.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
I got a natural 1.
Yes.
Can't
Ergo at this point is probably just zonked out, is not paying attention, or has gotten used to it. Maybe you guys have too, because maybe you thought it was like a thunderstorm rolling in that caused the avalanche, because the thundering noise has continued while you waited for Sin to rejoin you, and this thundering is growing louder, more frequent. And now the top of the mountain just sounds like, explosions of thunder. You don't see any lightning or anything, you don't see any signs of a storm, but it's just loud on top of the mountain, and you are afraid of more avalanches. You hear other avalanches in the distance happening. Lucky no more right above you, but you hear avalanches all around the mountain, you hear that cacophony coming from the top of the mountain.
Well, this mountain does have a mystery about it. It intrigues me.
Can I detect magic, please?
Your detect magic doesn't have that much of a range, though, so from where you guys are, you don't detect any magic around you. Except whatever magic stuff you guys are carrying. You guys want to continue up the road?
Arog and Finn, and I'm gonna be like, I bet there's magic up there, you guys. These avalanches seem a little bit unnatural.
There we go.
You guys want to climb and see if you make it up there? I roll some percentage dice so you guys can keep going up the road. You don't have to climb anymore since you're on the road. Just walk up the road. You have a camel with you. Travel in shifts and eat. Second day it's snowing, but no, I didn't roll high enough for an avalanche, so it's just snowing. So you guys are cold. The air's getting thinner, it's getting harder to breathe. You're getting tired from climbing. But all the way up the mountain I rolled low enough to notice you are able to avoid avalanches and such. You just get closer and closer to this cacophonous noise. When you finally reach the end of the road, the top of the mountain, it curves around to where the Toy Makers Union used to be. Roll a perception check.
God damn it. 4!
22.
15.
So Sin and Bekefo Becky will be the first to notice when you come up over the top of the mountain that there's about 70 or so dwarves working, demolishing this building with hammers and maces. They're tearing down the Toymakers Union, like crushing the building that was once at the top of this mountain, just tearing it into pieces, smashing the whole thing. So there's like a whole crew just smashing this thing up here. Some of them have very large dwarven machines like trebuchets and stuff, big siege machines, siege engines, like smashing it.
I'm gonna perception check for a Pokeball.
We should offer to help and maybe they won't kick us out. Plus we get to blow up stuff.
Destruction is fun. Where'd you get those Pokeballs from? Where were they? Like, general area?
Building us getting demolished.
So this looks like a pile of rubble now. Wherever it was, it doesn't seem like they're here now. Everything looks smashed into just crumbled up stone. There's a few large standing walls, but not much seems to be remaining. You could possibly dig through the remains and find something, but who knows? But I don't know if you'd want to do it right now while they're doing demolition. A lot of the smashing even seems to be happening in unison. And without even noticing it, like the whole groups of them will smash different parts of the building all in unison at the times. Their hammers and their maces all strike at the same time, resulting in a resounding blow that shakes the whole mountain and causes that thundering you heard from down the mountain.
I don't think those are like OSHA certified like workshops. That's dangerous.
I don't think so
Are they wearing their hard hats?
Dwarves, no. Their heads are their hard hats.
No brakes.
Yeah.
No.
Someone splash them with water. Someone splash them with water.
It's kind of rude. Let's
They might be high.
By this point,
just ask them.
Oh wait, it's cold.
What's up?
You're
Let's,
right.
let's go talk to one of them.
Yeah, you guys want to approach and try to talk to somebody?
When I get hurt, try to approach.
It's hard to tell who's in charge, really, but you can walk up to
group
anyone in
that
general.
maybe we can.
Go ahead.
Bright light.
Yeah.
Maybe flash a bright light. Does anyone got a flare?
I don't know. What? I don't.
Ah.
What end? I don't know what the bright light. What are we
Maybe
trying to
catch
do
their
here?
attention.
Oh, I mean,
The Capo shakes their head at this fire idea and suggests maybe we can move just when they're, like every time they hit, we just move one step closer. You know what I mean? And just like real incognito, see how close we can get. And if they look at us, then we can be like, hey, what y'all doing over here?
So you want to get as close as possible before they recognize you. And as a dwarf,
Also, by this point,
Bekefo is the dwarf in your group, or at least formerly dwarf. Maybe that is good advice.
I'm gonna go with Bekeffo's plan.
That's fine.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's try not to scare them.
All right,
Yeah,
you guys,
yeah, I don't wanna scare
you guys,
you.
red light, green light, your way there. Red light,
All these hammers hitting your body.
green light, red light, green light. You guys like slowly and steadily make your way there. Take a couple steps every time the hammers hit.
Stay behind them.
Perception.
Yeah, quick look around for some Pokeballs on the ground, maybe.
I'm gonna look at what they're smashing.
Behind with Beth.
That's got a 7.
Stay at distance.
All right, so Sim keeps a little distance.
I got a 25. I'm trying to look at what they're smashing.
Oh, everything. Every stone, every piece of this Toys Factory building, they're smashing down to bits.
What
Every
are
bigger
they
stone, they're making into smaller stones. And then they're making those smaller stones to even smaller
What kind
stones.
of hammers are they using?
So most of them are using like sledgehammer type hammers. Some of them are just using those large hammers.
Okay.
Dwarven hammers.
Can I history check on the hammer?
You may.
I got 15.
Hammers are very prized in Dwarven culture, and many of them are handed down through families. So some of these hammers look very old, some of them are newer, but many of them carry a family crest or some kind of marking, significant. Like if you are a worker of any significance, you've got a very nice hammer. Some of these hammers are very quality-looking hammers.
Can I try to recognize any of the crests?
Yeah, with a history check.
Oh, it's an 11.
With an 11, you don't recognize any of the sigils on these hammers. They seem more modern than anything, more modern dwarven than you're familiar with. It's very stylized-looking hammers. Whoever made these was a fancy blacksmith.
I would like to shrug at my group, and I would like to look for a Pokeball.
I got a 19.
I got 27.
Yeah, you guys don't see anything around. If there is anything like that here, it's probably buried under debris. You don't see any balls lying around.
We don't want to try to talk to anybody. I'm just saying. Like, we're just gonna sneak out.
You do you.
Trying to interrupt the rhythm.
I'm gonna turn towards the rest of my group and just kind of make like a shrug kind of motion.
I'm gonna go accomplish something while we're
It's like a
I
cultish.
mean, so far, if you guys are close to a bunch of dwarves swinging, they might like look over and notice you, but haven't talked to you yet. So you might see them like glancing at you, but they still seem to keep in timing with their swinging unless you interrupt.
I think we're okay then. I mean, if they've noticed on us and they haven't like tried to murder us immediately, I think we can maybe ask a question.
Yeah, like they're not mad we're there or anything.
No, they don't seem to be chasing you off or anything. They just seem to be continuing their work.
Okay, sick. Cool.
I'm gonna
I wouldn't
approach
step
one of the
between them and a
closer
wall or anything, but you seem to be fine otherwise.
ones. I'm gonna approach one of the closest ones. Hey there, how you doing? I like your hammer swinging style, man. You got good hammer swinging style.
Yeah.
Ooh, he grunts. Ooh. He looks over, and just nods. Continues in the ooh-ah motion with the rest of the dwarves.
I go, hey man, you mind if I ask you a couple of questions? I won't take up too much of your time. I'm very busy.
He continues with his ooh-ahs and nods.
Like we're okay with like yes or no questions here.
Seems like it. Anything else might break his rhythm?
Is there any Pokeballs left?
He will shake his head no.
I shake my head.
They continue to do a smashing.
I yell out, need any mending of your hammers?
Diplomacy.
10!
He grunts and like looks at you with sort of the disdain that you're used to as a rat folk, knowing that he probably, as a dwarf, would rather take his hammer to a dwarven craftsman.
Trying to be polite.
I mean, we just came up here for the Pokeballs. Don't you have one?
If you guys hang around long enough, a whistle will blow. A dwarf will pull out a horn and toot it, and everyone will stop for a lunch break. Lunch break! And everyone will sit down and eat their dwarven snacks. You guys can have a real conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna sit down next to one of these dwarves, eat a sandwich. I'm gonna pop them in one of my rations, and I'm gonna be like, "So what happened here and why?"
All right, diplomacy, and you get the scoop maybe.
Okay, so it's a 1, but it's not a natural 1. It's a 3. But
Well, you have some minuses.
2.
All right, so I won't treat it like a natural one, but it obviously doesn't go well. The guy has his mouth full. He looks obviously
Thank you so
busy.
much.
It looks like you should know what's going on. Like, what do you not follow the news? He just scoffs and continues eating his lunch without talking to you. So you might want someone else to go because Beketho's not having the best of luck diplomacy-wise.
I'm just gonna try a completely.
I'm not having the best of luck.
Fred, what's he eating?
Dwarven rations, so some salted meat, some cheese, old bread, some stale bread, maybe some nuts that he has to crack himself with his hammer. He's got a flagon of ale with him.
I'm just gonna sit right next to him, and I'm just gonna enjoy a ration and some water from my water skin as well. And I'm gonna be like, so what happened up here? I haven't been paying attention to current events. What's going on? Why is this place being destroyed?
Diplomacy.
I got a 10, no 11.
You can get the same like scoff from him, like you don't know what's going on. He's busy with his lunch. Still no answer.
Third time's the charm, son.
Leave it all up to your rat folk, who up to this point in time has sort of maintained some distance, but seeing everyone else try to talk to these guys may, since you were the only one with the Pokeball, maybe whip yours out and ask about it.
I struggle, I pull it out.
Whip it out.
It's a lot of verbiage.
Actually, I walk up to Bessie and I scavenge through everything because I have so much stuff.
You got a lot of packs of
Hear
things.
loud clink, 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 clink. And then I finally found it. And I'm like, where do you get these things? Where are they at?
Diplomacy.
Because you added the please.
13.
Alright, still not great. And one of the dwarves says, "Oh, the Dwarven Mothers Union would have a field day with you. Put that thing away."
Wait, are they
The dwarven who now?
Dwarven
they
Mothers
illegal
Union.
now?
The
Dwarven
DMU.
Mothers Union.
Yeah.
Oh, are these people
Oh,
like mothers
shit.
against drunk driving, but they're against Pokeballs? Because it's like gambling?
Pocket monster.
Pocket
Oh,
monsters.
sorry, yeah, Pocket Monster Orbs. I'll get it. The orbs.
PMOs. Moms against PMOs.
Promos.
I pull out some berries, like the best ones I have, and I'm like, if you answer more of our questions, I'll give you all of my berries. Oh, and I also have apples.
Yes.
Alright, so offering with your berries and your apples will give you a +2 to diplomacy to ask again for more information.
Okay, cool.
I like how everyone's just sitting down, I imagine, next to the same dwarf, just trying to eat his lunch. And we keep asking question, and with every ask, we keep chipping him and breaking him a little more. Eventually,
Well,
that's everything.
He's just hoping if he sooner or later answers your questions, he'll finally get to finish his lunch.
I'll
I
crack
got
open
a
eventually.
23.
Oh!
Yeah.
So on this, he'll spill his guts about all the current politics of the day, and you guys will learn that these pocket monster orbs, PMOs, have been a subject of great controversy throughout the town, and that this Dwarven Toymakers Union existed for quite a while, although it was controversial. A lot of people said it was too gnomish or elven, that dwarves don't play games, they don't need toys, but some stubborn old dwarves kept making toys, and they got away with it for a while until these PMOs came out, these pocket monster orbs, and children started acting violent and attacking animals and other creatures to capture their spirits in the balls. And so then the parents started blaming these balls for their kids being violent, and so the Dwarven Mothers Union had a big stink and demanded that this Toy Makers Union be torn down, and that these kids no longer be provided toys, and they only be given serious pursuits. Other unions like jobs, no longer playing with stupid ball games, no longer playing with your balls. You need to get a real job. So the kids are being punished. So all the balls here were destroyed. Most of the balls from the children, not all, but most of the balls have been confiscated, and over time, so they've got someone smashing the balls one by one, all the ones that are being collected, the police have, and then the rest, some kids still have some around getting out in trouble. There are gangs that still have them, so there's still some pocket monster activity, but they're cracking down on it because it's caused so many problems. And that's why the Toy Makers Union had to be destroyed and all the toys within it.
Be careful, Pipe.
I don't even have one of those balls, and I attack animals all the time.
The two are not related!
I bet we can.
You can't play violent ball games for violence. It's not the violent ball game's fault.
I bet you could sell your ball for a lot of money. Let's also
They're
break
now rare collectibles, that's true.
Let's see if we can track these kids down and get our hands on what we can, and
Yeah.
then
There are some, like I said, there are some roving gangs of pocket monster players.
Steal their balls.
we're
Yeah.
so much bigger than them.
Yeah.
Let's beat up children and steal their toys. That's even better.
So you guys want to make your way back down the mountain and let these guys continue their work?
Yep. Carry on. Have a good day.
You don't want to dig through any of the rubble to search for pocket balls just in case?
I would like to
Yeah,
ask
I
a
do,
question
I
before
do.
we go.
You can ask a question for Yuko.
Yo, okay, like, I get real close to them, and I'm like, okay, right, it's, they're cracking down on it, but there's gotta be, like, a way to get them. There's gotta be, like, a market, wink, wink.
Yeah. Not that these honest, upstanding citizens know about. There are roving gangs that seem to trade in them and collect them and stuff like that take them from
Alright.
each other and battle each other and take each other's balls if they win. So there's rumors of roving gangs. But he doesn't know anything about that. He's just an honest, upstanding citizen doing his destruction job.
Didn't we do a rap?
Gang violence. Yes.
You guys have dealt with some gangs of pocket monster people before.
Put my orb away, and then I think.
Alright, thank the dwarf, and they finish their lunch and get back to work when they're done talking to you guys and they're done eating their lunches. Whistle blows again. The rhythmic pounding resumes. The mountain shakes. Snow rustles loose. Rocks crumble and fall down the mountain. You guys follow them back down the mountain.
Oh, yeah, we're done here. I got all the information I need.
Wait, before you guys leave, I'll give you a chance to look through the debris for
I want-
Pokeballs if you like. If you
Oh.
roll a natural 20, I might let you find one, but it will take a natural 20 right now if you want to look.
Natural 20.
Just in case it happens.
Oh, I got a 15.
No one rolled a natural 20. No one catches a glimpse of anything on the way out. So you guys head back down the mountain with no spoils, but wiser.
Information is worth its own reward.
You head back down following the roads because you have your camel, but you guys can travel safely, avoid avalanches hopefully. Let me roll a couple things and see if any avalanches or any other encounters happen, but I need everyone to roll a reflex save.
Oh, no.
Avalanche.
I
18.
got a 12.
17.
If you beat 15, you can take half of this avalanche damage.
Alright.
Do I need to roll? I'm in a backpack. I'm away.
Well, you can
away.
still take damage though. That backpack's gonna get hit by stuff. It's 15 if you take full, which will say that's 7 if for half. I'll round down because I'm nice.
I will.
I got a 26.
So you take half. So 7 damage to Ergu
Oh,
from the
okay.
avalanche.
I don't know, Bessie's all like limping.
Yeah. So you guys took some damage. You'll have to dig your way back out again. You probably want to rest again. So this is gonna knock the wind out of you. I'll let you guys rest again and dig your way out and do all the stuff. You could take your time. Luckily, this is a fake mount with not a lot of stuff on it. So you guys just get your wind knocked out of you. It slows you down a bit. You recover. You continue on. I need you to roll another reflex save one more time on the way down.
Alright.
One final avalanche before you reach the bottom.
Oh my.
But you guys have recovered, so you're back to full health at this point.
I got a
Oh,
12.
okay, cool.
I got a 10.
It's the same as last time, 15 damage. So if you beat a 15 save, you take 7. If you don't, you take that 15 damage. So when you guys reach the bottom of the mountain, that's where you guys are at. You can stop and rest again at the bottom of the mountain or do whatever you want, but that's where you guys are at when you reach the bottom. You're a little beat up, but you've made it all the way down. Just got like one last slap on the way down by some more falling rocks. One last time, but you've reached sort of the
I
area
definitely passed
where
out.
Bessie was originally resting by the tree and stuff. So you're just outside of Dwarven Town, sort of in the outskirts, in the dark area where there's not that much light and there's not that much activity.
Let's rest. Build a camp.
Yeah.
Huddled around Bessie.
I asked Sin if they encountered anyone out here while they were waiting.
Those kids.
More dwarven kids, but Eric is scared them away.
I was like, and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna look at everyone. I'm gonna be like, what if they're orb gang kids?
Might be.
Damn.
Well, if they come around, they're exactly who we're looking for.
I snuggle in.
Yeah, so you guys want to rest? Maybe you want to start a fire to maybe draw attention to yourself while you rest? See
You
if
want
they
us to
come back?
trap? Build another
Well,
fire.
is that a bear trap?
Best.
Let's set a bear trap.
Do we have a bear trap?
I don't.
Out here. We're travelers. It's
What
okay.
if it's a kid? And then we get like thrown into jail.
You don't wander up on people in the
I'm
middle
just
of the night.
gonna.
No, you don't. What do you do?
I'm just gonna.
These kids are a problem.
I'm
Yeah, we'd be doing them a favor, but we don't even have any bear
We're
traps.
vigilantes.
gonna set up a rock and a stick curiously, like right outside our camp near the road, just to maybe like trip someone up. That's my trap.
The most
Knock 'em in
basic
the shin or
of
something.
the most basic of dwarven traps.
Yeah, it'll just make them rustle around a little bit, you know? They'll be like, oh, like, oh shit.
A rock
Yeah,
crosses
pots and pans we
a
can
stick
take
across a
after
rock, so it snaps when you walk on
That's
it.
how you catch a kid.
Scatter some pots and pans around us, they might trip over them.
Yes.
Yeah, I do that.
All right, so you scatter all kinds of debris around your camp.
Yeah.
You guys rest and light a torch, but you try to take a light rest. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
All right,
Take a
so-
heavy
Oh,
rest,
no,
but take a
I'm
heavy
out.
rest.
Yeah, I need
All right.
I'm out.
Anybody that wants to take a heavy rest, roll a D8 plus con, and it'll just be harder for you to wake up with a perception roll. If you want to take a light rest, roll a D4 plus con,
Okay.
and it'll be easier for you to wake up.
Use one of my Cure Light Wound potions.
And now, after you guys rest, I'll have you roll a perception check. If you took a light rest, you can roll with advantage, which means you get rolled twice and take the higher. If you took a
Okay.
full rest, just roll one time.
Yeah, I took a light rest.
You full rested?
Full rest is 1d8 plus con mod. Light rest is 1d4 plus con mod.
I got a 21.
I took a light rest, that's why I took the potion.
Nice. I took a deep.
If you took a long rest, you roll once. If you took a short rest, you roll twice.
Well, I may have advantage, but I rolled a 2. It's an 11.
Alright, I got an 11.
Oh, so Bakefo.
24.
Oh, so both of you guys can be wakeful.
Nice,
So
yeah.
Sin and Bakefo roll
Thank
initiative.
goodness. Yeah, my initiative was like oh, I should have looked at it. I got 10.
Somehow rolled higher. I rolled an 11 initiative, which somehow beats you. So these guys are able to sneak up on you. You wake up as they're going to be up on you. So only you and Sin will be awake as this gang comes up on you. On your turns, you'll be able to try to wake everybody else up, but they'll take a perception check and stuff on their parts. But for right now, these kids have to jump on you. CMB to grab you and Sin. So looks like there's a gang of 9 children.
Yelped and tossed.
9 dwarven kids. Let's see if any of them are able to grab you. I got a 17 CMB for Bakefo.
Oh yeah, you got the shit out of me. I think. CM. Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna roll a couple of these and let you know how many of them get you.
Yeah. Get them all around me.
Right off the bat, several dwarven kids jump on you. Several of them jump on your sleeping allies and start like rummaging through their things, which means on their turns they'll get a chance to roll perception check again because they're being messed with. But right away, you guys are being set upon. You're being held down. Oh, see, I only rolled a 9 CMB and 9. Oh, I rolled 3 9 CMBs for you. So if none of those get you, you're still free.
When did you roll? I got
A
18.
9. Oh, then yeah. So 3 kids try to grab you, but you're in your wily rat ways. You're able to evade these 3 dwarven kids.
Entangle? Can I entangle the gang?
You can, but entangle affects an area, so that'll affect also your allies in the area, if that's okay.
No, that's fine.
Me, though?
They better not go rifle through this backpack, that's all
Oh,
I'm
they're
saying.
trying to. You're just fingers in there reaching there right now. There's a hand coming at you.
Tune in next time for more The Other Dungeon.
This episode of Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater was sponsored by our fans and friends on Patreon. Donate today. Keep Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater alive.